CDX token, we the ones chosen. Every state, every youth, while I stay golden. Codex Club, hey, I'm not focused, it's an anthem. CDX got them frozen.
Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to Codex Club. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've got a lot of very important things to talk about. For instance, we are beset on all sides by liars, thieves, murderers, whores, and witches. What are we going to do in crypto? It seems like we can't go a day without breaking some horrible taboo. I, of course, refer to the pump.fun fiasco. We're going to be talking about that today, but we're also going to be offering you a little bit of hope, you know, a bright and shining light through the darkness that is this meme frenzy. And that is, of course, the latest Codex product. You stay tuned, and we'll be demoing a demo for you live, be showing you a web page and everything. You guys are going to love it. So stay tuned, folks. Let's get started with,
breaking news, gotta drop the bomb. Hottest school since mom was prom.
Hello, how are you guys doing today?
Good. Dude. I just ate a pizza bagel.
Yeah. I feel like I might have killed our algo pickup by saying the W word in the first 10 seconds, guys. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Please don't fire me, Charles. No, but yeah, you guys had a nice weekend. Were you plugged in much online?
I perused. I would basically like log on. You know that meme where the guy from CatDog walks out his mouse door and then he looks around and then he immediately just goes back home? That's been me all weekend with crypto. I would just open Twitter once in a while. I would see what was going on, and then I would just be like, okay. And then I would go back to whatever I was doing.
That's how man was meant to interact with the internet, I think. So you must have seen then, even just by peeking your head in the door, what's been going on here in your beloved sector, huh?
Insanity.
Yeah, we've had death threats. There was apparently people abusing their child on camera to pump the price somehow.
I saw a man eating poop, Corval, and
a man
I will never scrub that from my mind. So
yeah, I mean, there's some horrible atrocities happening on pump.fun. Some people are defending it and saying that, this is what it's all about. This is what it means to be decentralized, anonymous. Anyone can do whatever they want. And then there are other people that say, fair enough, but maybe we should draw the line at crime.
Yeah.
Homicide.
It's like decentralization doesn't absolve you from the social contract, It's like it doesn't, like you're still beholden to whatever jurisdiction. It's not like some magical reg arb catch-all. You're now immune to all laws.
You're not in like international.
Yeah, it's like, bro, this front end is hosted on AWS like everything else, and the Solana blockchain can be turned off and on at will. So, don't overthink it.
Well, maybe the Solana blockchain will be turned off if this keeps up. I mean, that's a big concern right now from the more pragmatic individuals in this space. I'm curious as what you all think about that. Do you think this is an existential risk to crypto in terms of, we for a long time, we're starting to beat the case, in regards to crypto is only used for drug trafficking, hiring hitmen, that sort of thing. Now we're going into this psychotic sideshow, this circus attraction, where maybe crypto's only use case is to monetize things that should not be monetized.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like this is kind of the 4chan to 8chan moment where like 4chan, a lot of people think of it as like this cesspit of, nasty stuff. And the thing is, like 4chan is pretty aggressively moderated. And, there was a time where things got out of control way back in the ancient days. And a lot of, the people that wanted to post the most profane content had to spin out into 8chan and several other forks of 4chan. 4chan was able to grow, and eventually sites like Reddit were able to be like, okay, let's just make this more corporate and optimize for cash flow. And that's how kind of the modern internet came to be. It was like, the pioneers forging a path forward and not really seeing what was ahead of them. And right now I feel like pump.fun is maybe a mile into a dark forest. And getting out, obviously, teams have tread this path before, so they have a lot to draw from in terms of how the hell do you moderate such an insane platform. But it is an existential threat. And the front lines of crypto regulation have been the front ends, the client. How are people interacting? So if I were, pump.fun, I'd be like, okay, how do we make sure that we can keep this front end up? Do we cut the streaming option? Do we not? Do we implement community moderation? And how do you implement community moderation in a world where there are a billion conflicts of interest in a hyper financialized platform? And we may find it's borderline impossible, but these are questions that we may be able to answer here on this stream.
I mean, they did turn off streaming already.
Oh, really?
Earlier today, yeah, they turned it off.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
They turned it off, but I think streaming was really what was throwing gas on the fire in terms of that massive amount of volume you were seeing. I think they printed something like
$15 million in a day in revenue.
So the money incentive is there for this thing to exist. I mean, because not all of it is crime, right? Not all of it is. Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the numbers. Maybe it is all crime, but there's
a lot of crime. There's a lot of non-crime.
There's a no-brainer here integration in that the youth, right? They love streamers. They love live streamers. Live streaming, it scratches an itch for them that maybe it doesn't for some of the older generation. So it makes perfect sense to turn this hyper like sugar rush format and marry it to streaming. So I don't think they're going to turn streaming off forever. I don't think they're going to keep it off.
Yeah.
But perhaps the solution for moderation is the pump.fun token. Maybe we'll find some novel tokenomic structure.
Honestly, that would be awesome. I doubt that that's coming, but that would be dope. That would be really dope.
It would be very interesting to see. So that's something that you've got to be aware of right now if you're in crypto. Pump.fun, what's happening there, because Pump.fun is really kind of driving a lot of the activity, a lot of the hype under the surface.
Honestly, content moderation validator set, you might have just come up with the next $1 trillion VC token. So you should take that one to the bank, Gormal.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's out here in front of our audience of about 100 people right now. So maybe one of them will go for it. Hope you just throw me some change for it, buddy. But now, so let's talk a little bit about something a little bit different here before we come back to meme coins. We've been talking about meme coins nonstop. It's all anyone talks about right now. But similar to law enforcement, Trump is said to consider crypto lawyer Teresa Goody-Goulian to lead the SEC. Any thoughts on this? A pro crypto SEC, something we haven't seen maybe ever. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this person is crazy experienced in crypto litigation, which is like it's pretty nuanced. A lot of people would default to, hey, let's regulate it just like we do traditional finance. But there is like a lot of interesting nuance, especially as it applies to the non-custodial nature of it. Like, how do you regulate something when there isn't really a middleman? It's just pure peer-to-peer. And I mean, honestly, it's kind of like the content moderation problem. It's like, what is the right amount of regulation? And this seems like someone who kind of knows what they're doing. So at the very least, it's like Gensler would have just like broad strokes, like, it's all evil. But this is someone that may be able to understand the difference between DeFi and CeFi, and may be able to understand, how different tokens should be regulated without just being like security, not security.
Yeah, she definitely seems to be a little bit more seasoned in the field with crypto, as opposed to Gensler, who is coming from a purely academic background. It says here that Goulian has worked with the SEC in the past. Her law firm has represented crypto clients before in cases against the SEC. So all signs are pointing positive, but you have to remember when Gensler was appointed, people also said it was positive because he was a blockchain professor. But let's do a little game here. Can you guys, like, if you were the SEC, sure, how would you define a meme coin, huh? If you were to do some regulations on a meme coin. As a crypto CEO, Beavis, what is a meme coin, huh?
I consider a meme coin to be anything where issuance is 100% through the pool. So anything where there aren't insiders, there aren't there's not dumpage, because otherwise it's just like a regular project. Like Bonk for example, it's a meme coin, but it's more like a meme project. It's like it has tech. They're developing tech. I would consider a meme coin to be a little simpler than that.
I would also add, I would say I would add to that there isn't any promise of, I mean, there never is technically any promise of like revenue or anything like that, regulatory wise, but like there's no like,
Yeah.
It
needs to be
revenue
worthless.
sharing. Yeah, it needs to be worthless.
Only a brand and
paper.
nothing else.
Yeah.
And the brand being said meme, but
like maybe an NFT project is like the most like is like the furthest in terms of like a project representing it. But if there's an actual protocol, it's like, okay, this isn't a meme coin.
Yeah, I guess I would have a hard time categorizing it. It's like I wouldn't touch a meme coin if some percent were distributed to the team. It's like, I know what those tokens are for, buddy. You're not gonna trick me.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it can't be tied to the success of anything.
Yeah,
or
and it can't,
like anything on chain. Like it has
if it has value, then it will inevitably be like. Here's the trick. If something has value, then it's going to be valued by a certain type of investor. And that investor will likely be pretty sophisticated, being, the person looking at fundamentals and doing due diligence. And the tough thing about meme coins is if you have that value, this fundamental investor is going to come in size until it's priced at what they think the value is worth. And then every time it goes above that value, they're just going to dump it. And so with meme coins, it's like you alienate that fundamental investor. And so you don't have that source of infinite sell pressure from these sophisticated traders. And
Whoa.
We love our sophisticated traders, but having value is like a net negative in this space. It needs
sometimes.
to be pure.
So for a meme coin, it's if there's an idiot behind the wheel, that's when you got something good.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you, if you read like some of the research behind successful companies, one of my favorite realities is that the best CEOs have lower IQs. So you need like just a turbo idiot. That is true. I forget what firm came to that conclusion, but of course you can't have like someone with a room temperature IQ, but they tend to make faster decisions, which is a really, really key indicator for success. That's why every morning my routine, a Patrick Bateman type might like try to hone his mind and be ultimate productive, do whatever. I just take like a big textbook. I take my algorithms book, and then I just hit myself in the head over and over. And that's how I become good at my job.
Now, this is some alpha, because this is, I've never heard this before, that being impulsive is actually the key to success. Is kind of what I'm hearing from you. Being impulsive, making decisions immediately.
Making the least worst decision as fast as possible, I think is really what it is. Because if you can be right 70% of the time, but make decisions way, way faster than your competition, then you just need to make more decisions and eventually you'll win. And obviously like there comes risk with that, but there's risk like in every decision. Like look at Ethereum. Ethereum's problem is they're too smart. They're like, we need a year of pilling to execute on this strategy. It's like, bro, just fucking let it rip. And obviously they have a lot of value at risk and they need the bureaucracy and they need like smart people weighing in. But at the end of the day, especially in startups, you just want like a dumb guy ready to go hard. And so if you're like, a smart person will always make mid-curve decisions because they'll try to risk manage their decision. They'll find too many negative trade-offs here. They'll find too many negative trade-offs here, and they'll mid-curve it every time. So I think like the real key is like, hey, like let's do what the market wants. Let's listen for signal as soon as possible, and let's execute. And that's what meme coins is all about. It's like you just have a bunch of people vibing, no strings attached, and there's no weird, incentive in play. It's like pure, we want to be successful and nothing else.
Yeah. And there's no ceiling. There's no ceiling and there's no floor.
Yeah.
There is no
Either
valuation
0 or
that's
1
too
trillion.
ridiculous. Yeah.
It's
Gosh.
like a
That,
tool. It's a tool for, at a certain point, it's just an implement for trading firms, prop firms, market makers, and centralized exchanges to make money. And it's like, oh, of course we want the price to be high, because then the fees people are paying to trade it are going to be high, and we make money. And if their cost basis is low, like if your cost basis for PayPay is 1/100th of what it is now, why would you ever sell that if you're an HFT firm? It just becomes a money printer for you.
Interesting. So a meme coin is both a thing that has no value, but also a thing that has a lot of value because it has a bunch of idiots behind it that high frequency traders can take advantage of, but also the idiots get paid out a lot if they do a good job.
Yeah, there are a lot of really smart, like great people as well. And I think it literally takes a village. It's like, you don't want a bunch of geniuses, because then you're just going to make like Starkware. And you don't want a bunch of idiots, because then you're going to make like, I don't want to say an example.
Oh,
I was like, what are
Lord.
you gonna say?
Yeah, but
Who's me just going to throw under the bus?
Yes,
Well, before we move on, I want to point out another news story here that I was exposed to begrudgingly. It's a pretty sad one, so a content warning here: puppy death. Okay,
no, dude, please.
corruption scandal. I'll also say that. Here's another use case for meme coins. Apparently, rigging puppy elections. That's right. People are out here rigging elections for puppy mayor of New York City with crypto tokens. So
Wait, it died?
yeah. Well, that's not the whole story here. So let me walk you through
Okay,
it. So
sorry. That was
this adorable Pomeranian birdie was running for puppy mayor of New York City, and then someone launched a token of him, right?
That's so
And
sad, dude.
the token was running up. Bert was running up, but it was a pump the price scheme, right? So he was just whoever launched it was just trying to capture this. Look how cute this puppy is. He's going to be the mayor, right?
Yeah.
And other competitors in the doggy election are saying that this is a crime, this is scandalous, this is paying for votes. And then shortly before the election, he's found dead.
Dude, what?
So I just want to let you guys know this, like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but if they're willing to kill Birdie over crypto, dude, I mean, think about what they're going to do to you, dude. You're out here running these scams on
God.
pump.fun. Birdie's not even safe. He was innocent in all this.
Dude.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine seeing that picture. The world's cutest dog runs for puppy mayor, and then it's
Yeah.
like
And crypto
insider
killed him,
trading
dude.
scandal.
Yeah, dude. That's
I mean,
exactly what I'm talking about.
this is the sort of stuff. It's like lack of personal accountability, lack of due diligence, lack of XYZ. The other, it's like
This is retail, baby.
whenever stuff like this happens, I'm like, dude, maybe Gensler was right. We need to be protected.
I want to make clear too. I kind of told the story as if he was literally murdered, but I think he was like an 11-year-old puppy or dog. He's not even a puppy. He's an
Maybe he was
11-year-old
just
dog.
stressed by the election.
I mean, it could be anything. 11 years old is kind of old for a little.
Why
dog,
are
I
you?
think.
Why is there a puppy election? Can we take a step back? What is going on? And
the puppies have to have a leader,
now
don't
that I
they?
think about it, yeah, it makes sense now that you mentioned that.
It's New York City. Do you have puppy elections in Canada? Maybe you do like moose elections or something, Charles?
I don't think so.
No.
No puppies, no meese.
Meese.
It's not actually meese. I think there's a beaver election somewhere.
Okay. I like that. That's better.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say we have to start that, but now I'm seeing the results of the puppy elections in the U.S.
And you see what's
I
at
don't want to
stake
bring that
here.
type of evil to
He got
the
Clinton,
Great White
bro.
North.
Yeah,
They cleaned him, dude.
And then we're gonna find out that a year later that the puppy was like involved in like sex crimes. That's
It just continues downhill from there. Well, on that sour note, let's talk about something even more important than puppies. Okay, let's talk about. That's right, Chapter Alpha, aka Charles Alpha, aka Charlie's Corner, aka checking in with Chuck. How you doing?
Wow, were those all off the dome? That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Thanks.
It's
I
Charles in
freestyle.
charge.
That's right.
This point of the show. Yeah, chapter alpha. I guess the biggest one is today we are resetting the OLore contract. So this is lore finance on Scroll.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially there was a bunch of people that had just accumulated a ton of OLore, which is the option token. And we thought, now that we're ending this IFO, we're going to decrease emissions a lot. Let's set an expiration date for the redemptions, and kind of have a big reset, have everybody redeem, and reset this kind of emission token. So we did that today. And some exciting news moving forward is that a while back we got a big Scroll airdrop, SCR airdrop. So shout out Scroll, thank you for that. And what we can do is basically replace what were the lore emissions with Scroll emissions. Wow, nice, good banner. So we're at a really nice point right now where with lore we can essentially drop emissions to zero on the money market and fully just subsidize growth with Scroll tokens. And the lovely Dean Toshi and I ran some numbers this morning, and yeah, we're in a really good spot. So
nice.
Yeah, all the lore stakers, I feel like they're going to be happy moving forward. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So lore is in a really nice position. We're kind of in a similar position with lore as we were like a month or two ago with Ironclad, where momentum is starting to shift back upwards, and we've got a nice treasury where we can grow without having to pump our token, at least pump it into the market by way of emissions. So yeah.
There's like
Go ahead,
this big issue we find whenever you launch a new project. It's like in the first 24 hours, the speculative premium is sky high, and then everything kind of, reverts to the mean, being like, okay, what's the true fundamental value? So it's like there's always this insane downward momentum that we've been getting pretty good at combating. And I think right now the goal with chapters is like, let's just have like really great tokens correlated with the network with very low emissions, taking advantage of every kind of network level opportunity that we can. So I hope people can start enjoying Lore USD because it is a very cool token.
Awesome. Love to hear that sell pressure, or I guess inflation, is being pulled back here
to zero.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, like the IFO, we went really aggressive, and it was 25% of the token over a few months. And now that that's over, we are going in the complete opposite direction, where everybody who has farmed it and staked it they're like basically the only people with the token anymore. To access it over the next few months, you're going to have to buy it. So I'm just looking forward to that. And shout out to Scroll again for giving us this airdrop, because like we can with OP on mode, we can subsidize a lot of the growth with the Scroll token. And everybody loves liquid tokens.
I know I do.
So, yeah.
Liquid tokens, don't we love them, folks? Now, any other updates from across the chapter ecosystem we want to get into, or do we want to jump straight to headlines, folks? We want to talk about crux of the matter.
Yeah, I guess an announcement of an announcement coming for Ironclad. Beavis, is that maybe mid-December we're going to make that announcement, couple weeks?
Yeah.
Anyways, I know that's not very exciting, but we have something really, really cool to announce for Ironclad.
I love
other than that, just other than that, mode season 3 is popping off, OP is pumping, and Ironclad's looking really, really good. So vote for Ironclad if you're staking mode. And mode is pumping, which What amazing news. What an incredible thing to see.
A bizarro world.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I think it's just good only. I think it's good that mode is pumping, dude. I mean, it's kind of hard
You
not to
deserve
catch
it.
a bid right now, but as long as you're doing it. Awesome. So Laura's getting some love and attention as it deserves. When are we going to hear about Aurelius next, guys? Are we going to hear about Aurelius?
Yeah. Well, we need to get Samson on here. Samson is the
Well, I'll
most
tell
in
you,
the know.
here's the
He's the
Aurelius Alpha.
commandant.
Ooh, merchant
AUSD on
Mo
Merchant
Alpha.
Mo prints. AUSD on Merchant Mo is one of the best stablecoin pools in the game. So if you're a
Yeah.
stablecoin farmer, check it out. Merchant Mo, AUSD. We're going to be shoving a lot of yield in there for the foreseeable future. So enjoy.
Okay, I'll enjoy it.
Oh, Samson in the chat. Merchant Mo, lads. Okay. Yeah. So
Wow, you guys
we're on it.
have the same brain. All right. Well, very nice. All right, let's move on. You know, I love talking about these Codex products. Let's keep it going. Let's move on to the headlines. And headlining this section, you know, I wanted last episode, you know, I kind of should have done speaking. Last episode, I was getting a little flack here, saying, why are we talking about these meme coins? Why are we talking about base? Why are we talking about any of this stuff? Well, it connects to our products in a pretty significant way, doesn't it, Beavis?
It does, yes.
It's all part of we're not just doggy paddling out. We're doing breaststrokes, we're doing backstrokes, we're doing masterclass stuff out here. But I'm sorry, but it's coming together. So let's tie it together for people though, because maybe I wasn't kind of clear in how I was laying out the lines and tethering it together here. How do meme coins matter for us at all? Charles, we're DeFi guys. Meme coins hate DeFi. What's the point, dude?
The point is that we have developed something that improves the meme coin market using DeFi tooling. So the line between DeFi and meme coins is not so straightforward. It's not so hard drawn. The Venn diagram has some overlap between meme coins and DeFi, and I think we're going to showcase that on base.
Yeah, I mean, people forget pump.fun is literally just a hyper profitable DeFi protocol. It's a DeFi launchpad, you know, and the whole point is, you know, you could do this stuff in a decentralized, permissionless way. And I think really what we find in the difference between Solana and ETH is price sensitivity is much different. Like if you look at Shiba, PayPay, et cetera, versus some of the winning assets on Solana, the charts kind of tell a different story, being, hey, like one has like a lot of momentum and perpetual momentum, and on the other hand, it's like insane volatility roller coaster being on Solana. And really what that comes down to is people on ETH have jobs. You know, people on ETH really are just occupying a little bit of a different market segment. So, you know, in thinking about how can you serve this market on ETH that is maybe working, maybe in the industry, maybe they've been around for quite a while. And DeFi is a way that we can do that, being, okay, we can create meme coins that aren't necessarily traded on 1 minute charts, but maybe on 1 hour or 4 hour or 1 day charts, and create the financial tooling and the requisite tooling to build ecosystems, build economies, and maybe even turn them into not necessarily projects with fundamentals, which would be truly vile, but at least projects or tokens with some interesting utility, and, you know, leveraging our technical chops. That's kind of what we're going for with make.fun. And we see a world where, you know, you can launch a meme coin potentially at a greater market cap, maybe at $1 million. We can underwrite a line of credit. So if you own that meme coin, you could take out loans. We can underwrite a line of credit such that you own a meme coin, you can trade perps with it. You know, there's a lot of interesting utility that I think the meme coin market is missing, but inherently that utility is quite niche. So our goal right now is to, I guess, like fulfill the niche of, you know, meme coins for people with jobs. and,
So earlier when we
cool.
were talking about pump.fun, you brought up how 8chan spun off of 4chan because 4chan was heavily moderated and 8chan is like it goes back even further than that, right? Like something awful and before that, like there's
Yeah.
a tendency where there's like a split around moderation or whatever. So pump.fun would be like 4chan, right? And 4chan is going to get a little bit more moderated or not, but there's going to be a different kind of niche that needs to be serviced, right? Right now, complete and total psychopaths are using pump.fun. So we're making a product that is like the not for psychopaths, or a different breed of psychopath, maybe
Yeah.
sociopaths instead of psychopaths. I don't know.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, I think really for us, the biggest thing that a meme coin launchpad can have is distribution, users. The tech is just kind of a value add, and a value add does not make the product. It's just a value add. So, really how we're thinking about this is, as maybe the something awful forums were like, Shiba and Pepe and some of the more manual curated, I don't want to say beautiful, but some of the funniest stuff ever came out of SA. And now we've got pump.fun being 4chan, breaking out into 8chan, some of that territory, and somebody kind of needs to make Reddit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like maybe a little more corporate. Maybe you're not necessarily on top of the wire. Maybe you don't have the most cutting edge memes, but for the person with a job, it's very well organized. You can pop on, you can see what you want to see, and pop off. And that is kind of like these analogs are a little bit meaningless, but that's kind of the goal. It's like, how can we create a more organized, more curated system so that like people don't need to hide their trading from their wives necessarily. I mean, their wives might still get somewhat pissed off, but at least it's not going to be like, why are you on this weird, chatterbait clone with live streaming, token trading, whatever? Why is this guy killing his dog? So that's kind of the goal. And my neck beard is like a little bit in shape right now, but in my roots, I'm a true neckbeard. So Redditor, Spurglord, I think fits the
I
fit.
gotcha. So this is the frame that with which you're looking at these things. Now that makes sense to me, right? Like it's targeting like a different niche, a different market. Gonna deliver a superior product in terms of tooling and things you can do with it, a little bit more customization. So it's like the thinking man. It's a thinking man's meme coin launchpad. That's how I'm thinking about it right now. That's how you got me feeling about it. Any updates on it? I mean, it's really more make fun is a product, and CDX USD is what we've built to kind of facilitate that.
I mean, I can show it off if you want a little bit.
Oh yeah, let's get that demo out, dude. I teased at the beginning. Let's talk about it. Let's see what this thing looks like.
Let me figure out how to share my screen here real quick.
Do you not have a present button? Because if you don't,
I do have a present button.
And then I think I have to add it to stage. Tell me when you're ready.
I am ready. So keep in mind, this is like, we're still a couple weeks out. We don't have the brain rot added quite yet. And, we're going to be adding animations, automatic sorting, some of the things you might expect. But, really what we want to do in V1 is just offer an experience that people will sort of expect. So looking at your pump funds and your other launch pads, be able to post comments, see transaction history, buy, sell. Some of the things we're experimenting with is like a leaderboard. So being able to be like, hey, I, for the past 7 days have been one of the top traders, and rewarding these people who push the most volume. And then you can see your own volume. So you can see me aping into the MF token. And then you can also look at your referrals. So we're going to have a really robust referral system where you can give people your link and then make money off of their trading. So really the goal is we want to have like really nice social elements and a lot of good organization. And 2 weeks from now, this will look even different, look even cleaner, and you can all enjoy it.
Is there going to be an integrated chat box so you could chat with other people that use the platform?
Yeah. On every token there will be, and I guess
Like a comment
really
section or like a
a
universal
comment
chat.
section. There won't be a universal
There
chat
won't be
because
a
that will
public chat.
maybe be too hectic.
Okay.
But each token will have its own chat, just kind of like people expect on Pump, and then obviously we'll expand and figure out really like I don't think we want to be Pump Fun. Pump Fun is really great at being Pump Fun. I think our goal will be to find our niche and really, if you've read much of the Make Fun documentation, the idea was created in an effort to give Sunnet creditors a path forward. And it's the original idea was like making it a pure charity platform. And I think we still kind of hold strongly to that being as cringe as it is, and maybe we won't print the millions that Pump Fund does every day, but having like a really nice positive platform with really solid communities, I think would be a good goal. And I think on base, a lot of people are trying to mimic Pump Fun, and I think right now, like the most interesting thing going on is like virtuals. If you've been paying attention to virtuals.io, where you can create an agent to trade and manage your tokens. And, we want to offer a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of the Pump Fun thing, and then forge our own path as well. So look forward to Make.fun, and this platform is entirely powered by CDXUSD.
Right on. Right on. That's the big thing coming up out of the gate right now, while we're still humming on the agentic interface behind the scenes. Is that right?
Yeah. You'll see more and more AI agents. Like if you don't follow Big Tony at Big Tony XBT, Munchies right now, one of our AI engineers is tuning our ship posting framework. And a cool thing is like we want to make that Twitter account an interface for Make.fun. So if you, for example, see a tweet that you like particularly, you can at Big Tony and ask him to make a token for it. And if he wants to, he can do it for you, and even give you a share of the fees. So really, this platform is all about sharing fees, trying to attract some not. I don't think legitimate is the right word, but maybe some more serious, long-term oriented people.
Yeah, the kind of people that we would expect to be coming over from Coinbase, maybe, right?
Perhaps
Coming through the Brian Armstrong route, especially as we have pointed out, last episode, I think we talked about this a little bit in the news section, where Armstrong was being like flirted with as like a crypto advisor for the White House. It just seems like great positioning to be in. Now, there is a lot of competition, like you said, but I think Codex's involvement with Make Fun is going to make it unique enough that it should be a distinguishing thing. I wanted to point out here, because I thought virtuals was kind of interesting. There's no harm in giving them a little love, I think it's kind of cool idea. I'm thinking we should launch a freaking DEX token on here, baby. Or a DEX agent, dude.
That's not a bad idea. And the cool thing is you can plug into virtuals with an existing token. So we can, for example, create a DEX token on Make.fun and then plug it into virtuals. And virtuals relies on third-party providers for all of their AI tech, of which we are. So we can kind of take care of a lot of the technical stuff and really have a cool ass system. So yeah, I look forward to kind of figuring out how we can play nicely with some of these other innovators on base.
You could launch a DEX on this virtuals protocol, make them an influencer, a live streamer with a little AI model, and then you could replace me.
That's true.
That might be the
Corval agent.
Over for you.
Yeah, it's a wrap for me, dude. Well, nice, very nice. Anything else we want to talk to the people about here? I mean, I kind of moved us a little fast through this.
I mean, we can queue up the Codex AI demo for those who haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. A sneak demo, dude. Hell yeah, let's do that, man.
Well, we did post it on Twitter last week.
Much of a sneak demo,
but it's still
did get quite a bit of traction. If there's just one person here who hasn't seen it, definitely worth showing it.
Certainly.
Okay, yeah, let me pull it up. Right on, guys.
Oh, I can add a video file to the presentation.
Yeah, that like pops it up in like a different way.
That's
Wait,
crazy.
I have the video file too.
I just added it.
Okay, yeah, let's just do this. Here we go. Here's the
Everyone,
Codex.
welcome to Codex. First things first, you have two options. Create your Codex ID and set up a new smart wallet, or simply connect your own wallet. We'll go with MetaMask for now. Once you're logged in, Codex instantly analyzes your wallet to identify the best DeFi opportunities.
Subtle brain
You're
rot
greeted
motion
by our
graphics.
AI chatbot, where you can ask anything. Today, let's search for the best yield for our ETH. Just type that in, and Codex starts working its on-chain magic. Within seconds, Codex finds two solid options on Aave. We decide to go deeper and explore the ETH strategy on Base. Codex generates a quote for us. And here's where it gets really cool. It builds out all the execution steps we need. These steps, it's everything you'd normally have to do manually: approve, bridge, deposit. But Codex automates the entire process. We simply confirm the batch, hit execute, and wait for the transaction to finalize. And boom! Just like that, we now have a position on Aave on Base, all done seamlessly. Pretty awesome, right? Welcome to DeFi Made Simple with Codex.
My God, that's gonna rock the world, dude.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I
it is,
can't wait for that bad boy to be alive.
The funny thing is, we released that demonstration, and within the next week, two other teams announced their vaguely similar products with vastly inferior tech, which was hilarious. Because we got really solid distribution with this, and I'm sure everybody was freaking out in their work DMs, like, "Oh shit, we're gonna be late to market." But yeah, I think for us, it's like we see a lot of our competitors doing what we were doing a year or so ago with Moon, and it's making us smile because it's like, "Oh, dude, this is like maybe the furthest ahead we've ever been." And the cool thing is, like, out the gate, like when Codex AI launches, it will instantly be more useful than your wallet, than doing things manually. And that, I think, like whenever we're arguing and internally in these meetings, like, is it ready? Is it ready? It's like it always needs to be better than doing stuff manually, or it's like, what the hell is the point? So we're very excited to get it in all of your hands. But yeah,
Right
it's
on.
Codex AI is awesome. Codex AI is
Yeah.
awesome.
Hell yeah! And
Yeah,
our
this
community-
is one of, well, I guess this is like one of the, this is a product that the PMF question is just already answered.
We're making this for ourselves.
Yeah, it's like there's no question of like, oh, like who's our audience, like who's going to use this, like what's the, why would people want to use this, who needs, it's like everybody in DeFi wants this. Everybody in DeFi wants something to do it for them. And so, like, if it works, and it will work, people are going to use it.
If you manage a DeFi portfolio, or heaven forbid you manage a multi-sig,
Yeah,
like building complex transactions with many steps is going to go from a 10-minute, 15-minute affair to a 1-minute affair or less. And that is the beauty here. And it's like the amount of time our team will save will be enormous, because you can, like, the engineering required to let you connect MetaMask and all this stuff and use this platform. It's like you'll find a lot of these AI apps want you to make an integrated wallet, do this, do that. But we let you use MetaMask, and that's like we literally had to like break through so much or make so many technical breakthroughs to make that happen. So I'm excited to get out there and start mogging. And the thing is, it's our products are so B2B focused. We launched this. It's like, finally, we have something that a user can just get on and understand easily. And it'll just unlock so much scale for us.
Yeah, and I mean, with the timing, I think it's going to come out at a really good time too, as we start to see people, I believe, transition out of Memecoins into more complicated offerings, smoothing that process at that time. It's going to create, I'm thinking of like like that ice slide in Mario 64, dude. It's just a quick, easy way to get down the mountain. That's what we're making.
Yeah,
Um,
and fun. I mean,
we're greasing the rails, if you will.
We were trying to decide between traditional branded motion graphics like you saw, or just playing Family Guy brain rot clips and Minecraft parkour.
That still might be coming.
For the loading screen.
That still might be coming.
We'll have a brain rot version. Don't worry.
We'll do some product testing on that, see how people respond. Well, awesome. We're coming up to the end of the show here, so I'm going to do some, call to actions, and then we'll do our big prize giveaway and nominate our top 3 creators for the week. So starting off at the top with an announcement, my call to action, please, guys. We launched a Codex announcements Telegram channel. We'll drop the link in the YouTube description. It's also in our link tree on X, so go there and you'll find all of our socials, the TikTok, the YouTube, all of it, including this Telegram announcement. But this is a big one, though. Charles was telling me we got to get that thing filled up to, get some listings, dude.
Yes.
So support us.
There's also an ironclad one as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is kind of both of these are kind of twofold. I mean, for Ironclad, we're like, okay, we want to get on CoinMarketCap. And they like people have Telegram Telegram channels. So we're like, all right, we should make another one. But I think it kind of it also showed us that there are communities that only use Telegram. I'm always like Discord coded because I live in North America, but a lot of people don't use Discord, and a lot of people are Telegram only. So it started out with wanting to get on CoinMarketCap, but now I think it's just another good distribution tool. So please help us out and join those channels, especially if you hate Discord, if you don't want to use it, you won't have to anymore. So yeah, Codex, Ironclad. There's an announcement in the Codex Discord about them as well. So
right on. So be sure to join us. Join the movement, fellas, ladies, fellas, all of you. Join the movement. So there. I mean, it doesn't look that great on the scrolling, but again, go to the Discord or X, and you'll see these links as well. And if you don't follow us on X and you're not in the Discord, do it. You'll stay on top of these episodes as we release them weekly, and some other goodies you might be seeing popping up, some alpha throughout the weeks. Now let's move on to kudos. We're going to distribute some kudos, aka some Codex points, to a couple creatives here. Our classics. Look, these are the three Chads that are doing it. Pepper Does Crypto. Again, an excellent long post here explaining how the Codex AI developments fit into our ecosystem. This is a must read. I've retweeted from the Codex accounts. If you're following us there, you'll see it there. And again, as a reminder, if you have some content you want to make, some memes, some videos, some write-ups, just add us when you make it, and you'll be entered into this chance to win some Codex points. So Pepper Does Crypto taking the top. Again, we have Grand Tonto up here. Again, breaking down some more of our agentic interface integrations that we're working on. And then this was my personal favorite, but Timmy Turns made a video where he's explaining Codex to the audience. And it's got this awesome guy here. So check this out. It's beautiful.
That guy, that's a good aspect ratio for that guy. That's how I want to look, basically.
Yeah, so big shout out to Timmy Turns, Grand Tonto, and Pepper Does Crypto. Thank you so much for your content. Keep it coming, folks.
The big three. The
big three, as we
They're
call
going to
them.
They're going to be trillionaires soon. All thanks to their ability to post on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Now, next up, we're doing our wheel giveaway. This is exclusively for people watching in the Discord. That's how they got their names added to this list. So if you want to get on the wheel and take a chance at victory, get in the Discord and join our watch party. Now, let's see who's walking away with some Codex points this week, folks. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Again. And the rich get richer.
Wow. Unbelievable. Null is doing all the yield.
We got Null up there. That's the loudest background music.
No, you're good.
Can't tell. Okay. Next up, big money, big winner. Oh, it's the Glass
Go
Man.
Glass
Wow,
Man.
classic. Okay, Glass Man. Good work.
All right. And then finally, our last winner for the week, Luscious. I feel like this might be part of,
LD. Yeah, Luscious Duncan.
I think I put him on there twice, but hey, Luscious Duncan, congratulations. Thank
That's
you all
awesome.
so much for participating, for watching us live in the Discord, watching us on YouTube or X, wherever you are. It really means a lot to us that you're supporting Codex, and we'll see you around. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Any last words, Beavis, Charles?
I would say just freaking get out there. You know, the market's hot. Things are going crazy. Just learn as much as you can and make sure you report back to the Codex Discord and tell us about all the interesting stuff that you find. But otherwise, thanks everybody for your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
all.
you all. Thank you all so much. And like Beavis said, if you got any wins, come to the Codex team and report them, dude. Report anyone winning in crypto right now.
Oh, yeah.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Got that CDX token, we the ones chosen. Every stake, every you, while I stay golden. Codex Club, AI mind focused, it's an anthem. CEX got them frozen.